Mr. Sagar Jagdish Daryani is the founder and CEO of Wow Momo Foods Private Limited.
Hi friends, good morning.
Sagar doesn't give a good morning. I want all of you to, on three, to go wow. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Wow!
So wow morning to everyone for a wow TiE Coimbatore event. Thank you so much, Ranjana, for having me here. Thank you so much, Harisa, for getting me here. It's been 16 years since I started Wow Momo in my third year of college. And the last 16 years has been nothing less than a Bollywood blockbuster. There have been days where I have been so happy, excited, jumping with joy that my journey, challenges, etc. Many people sitting in the front, they know about my journey and it'll be repetitive for them, but it's okay. I won them over. They consume Wow Momo. My job is to win all you people at the back over so that you start eating Wow Momos. But yeah, my friend Vinod and me started Wow Momo 16 years back with just rupees 30,000. I was pathetic with maths and numbers in college. I knew in India I will not be able to crack an MBA because you have to bell the cat and maths is a very big part of it. So I was very clear that I want to build my own brand. I come from a business family. My dad had a garment store. So at the young age of 5, I learned how to sell a trouser to a guy who comes to buy a shirt. So I learned my selling skills there. And I was very clear in my head, I want to build my own brand. And there was this lady in my school, she would make amazing momos. We would call her Momo Auntie. By the way, they're cheating with me. They started earlier. Yeah. I'm going to take the exact 20 minutes. I'll be on time. But yeah. So this Momo Auntie, she would make amazing momos. I would buy one plate of 5 pieces. I would just get one piece to eat. My friends would gobble the rest. And that gave me confidence that, good quality momos can sell. And I was like, if Domino's can play with pizzas, if McDonald's can play with burgers, why can't we play with momos? So that's how the idea of Wow Momo got in. How do you start a business with 30,000? So, being a startup in India, you have to do your jugaad. One thing I've learned being a TiE member is to do jugaad. I'm sure when Ranjana was organizing this event, she must have done a lot of jugaad in ensuring that, people are turning up, things are in place. So we walked into this supermarket chain called Spencer's, which is by the RPG group in Kolkata. And we did a shop-in-shop format. So in a shop-in-shop format, inside a supermarket chain, inside a departmental store, you don't have to invest in the electricity, in the flooring, in the ceiling. So that's how our first kiosk was a flex kiosk of 6 feet by 6 feet. I would wear the Wow Momo t-shirt, take a tray in my hand and walk up to every customer saying, "Hi sir, hi ma'am, please taste one piece and see." We believed in our product. We knew koi ek baar hamara momo khayega, they'll be ours forever. People would come, bite up. I would cut one momo into 3 parts. People would come, take a bite, come and buy a plate. So that's how the traction got going. From that small Spencer's store, we were doing a revenue of 2K a day, 60K a month. Spencer's was doing around 15 lakhs a month. So it was a very small Spencer's store. And, beside us, we had a heritage brand called Flurries. They were doing around 4-5K a day. So we were half of them. It was a big achievement for us. And that's when Spencer's gave us one of our best stores, which was in South City Mall in Kolkata, which was the biggest supermarket chain, the biggest mall of Kolkata. So that store made us into a brand. People would come and eat our momos before watching a movie, after shopping. And from a small 90 square feet, we were doing a revenue of 5-6 lakhs a month in 2009. There was a lot of money then. So we saved money from 2, we opened 4, from 4 to 6, 6 to 8. Fast forward next 7 years, we got to a 20 crore top line. We got to we got to 43 stores. That's when in TiECon in Kolkata, I met my mentor Sanjeev Bikhchandani. So I was doing my jugaad. I knew investors are coming. I was like, yeah, if I need to attract some investment, the best way is to put up a stall and feed them free momos. So there was a big buffet in the 5-star hotel. Anyone sampling the products today? Any startup here sampling the products today from the food space? Please raise your hand. I'm definitely going to come to your stall. Okay. So I had that stall there and people came and, people were eating momos, not having food from a 5-star. Sanjeev was seeing the noise around Wow Momo. When he went on stage to speak, people gave our example. And then Sanjeev and me got together. We exchanged cards. The next thing is Sanjeev called me for dinner. And it was a 1-hour meeting, it went on for 4 hours, and we just clicked. I think I got a mentor. I got someone who's been there, done that. Sanjeev could not invest through InfoEdge because, that was consumer internet, but he did his first investment through Indian Angel Network. And we raised around 10 crores at a 100 crore valuation. Now, there's a story to that also. The same Indian Angel Network in 2011, led by Harisa here, gave us a term sheet for 2.5 crores at a 10 crore valuation. This was again a TiE event. It was called Tiger, which was the business plan competition where I had participated. Before that, I had no clue about what equity funding is, angel funding is. I got the term sheet, they were ready to pay, but then I realized that I was not ready for funding. Me and Vinod, we both realized we are not funding ready. Because when the money comes in, the investor expects you to grow. Until then, the business was completely micromanaged. So, although the funding sounded very exciting, I think we learned to say no with confidence. And I'm grateful that the same IN came back after 4 years from a 10 crore valuation to a 100 crore valuation, and the business had grown by then. So thank you, Hari sir, for being one of the first believers. And he again invested for sure at a higher valuation. And he still continues to back us. But yeah, from there, I think next 2 years, we moved into cities like Delhi NCR. We moved into different cities, opened up stores in Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, etc. And from 43 stores, we got to 100 plus stores. We got to a 50 crore top line. That's when I met my first series A investors called Lighthouse Funds. Great people. They had invested in Bikaji. They had invested in Unibig Biscuits. They knew what dhanda in India means. They knew that, business does not happen on Excel sheets. You have to be on the field, on the ground. I think Lighthouse coming on board really helped us because, we had a formal board now, a formal structure. In the meanwhile, like I said, I'm not a numbers guy. So I gave 10% equity and got in a third co-founder as a CFO. I was sharing the same guest house with him in Bangalore. I would see him work hard when I was growing the business there. So one thing I learned from Sanjeev is that you need to share wealth to make wealth. You can't give everything to yourself. It's not how much of the pie you own, it's how big the pie is, right? So I think gave Miftar, my co-founder, equity. So, Sanjeev coming on board, one of the best decisions. Miftar coming on board, another good decision. And I think next 2 years, from a 50 crore top line, we got to, the next 2 years were actually like a real, not Bollywood, but Hollywood blockbuster. We jumped from 50 crores to 190 crores. We were profitable, 10% corporate EBITDA. Investors were chasing us. We were saying no. Good position to be in. Business was throwing back cash. And that's when in November of 2019, we raised around 120 crores from Tiger Global. We gave a part exit to our angels. They made a quick 8x. Those who exited, very few exited. So in my angel round, I had 96 people and only 20 exited. I was telling everyone to exit. No one was exiting. Another good position to be in. And, everything felt amazing. Everything felt great. And then comes March 2020. Comes COVID. And a business doing 17 crores a month comes down to 1.2 crores in the month of April. 2,000 employees. You're scared. You're stuck up in a room with elderly parents. Your laptop is your world. You're there in every mall which is shut. You're there in every airport which is shut. You're there in railway stations which are shut. Only your high street stores are open. So out of 268 stores back then, we only had 61 stores operational during COVID. And before COVID, our business was 90% dine-in takeaway, just 10% delivery. So we had never focused on delivery. People from Swiggy and Zomato would come and give us gyan, but we never focused on delivery. We were like, my customer is my celebrity and they will come and buy me. But now no one could come to us. So we had to get to them. So it's during COVID that we learned what e-commerce is. We learned what cost per click is. We learned what growth hacking is. We had to make Momo delivery friendly. We had to curate new products, which are solo meals. So we launched our biggest game changer, which was dazzling momos. Momos selling at $89.99. So a meal for one at $149, a meal for two at $229. And I think being a brand doing less than 1 lakh of orders a month before COVID, in the peak of COVID, which is October, November 2020, we were doing 1 million online orders a month, 10 lakh online orders a month. We transformed the entire business from offline to online in that period of 6 to 8 months. I think what that proved it to my team is that we said if we've seen or we've overseen COVID, we can oversee anything else. But the thought process in the business changed. Today I look at COVID as a blessing in disguise because the way we've grown after COVID to where we are today is remarkable. A business which was a 17 crore monthly business is today a 75 crore monthly business after COVID. But this would not have happened had we not realized that what WOW stands for. So in the peak of COVID, when my 61 stores were operational, I needed more throughput sales. That's when we launched WOW China, our second vertical. So right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from north to south of India, people were consuming Chinese food, but there was no Chinese quick service restaurant chain. A lot of the customers would come to our WOW Momo store and ask for Chinese. Now, Swiggy, Zomato also said that, Chinese will really do well. People are coming to your menu looking for, noodles and rice, but you don't have them. So we launched WOW China from the 61 stores like a virtual brand. So it was accidental brand that we had opened during COVID. Now, it started doing so well that as the unlocking happened, 61 of these stores, out of that, 27 stores got converted to permanent stores beside the Wow Momo store, whether it was in a mall, whether it was in a high street. And today, I can proudly say that Wow China is one of the largest Chinese quick service restaurant chains also in the country with more than 200 doors, doing more than 17, 18 crores a month. It is where exactly Wow Momo was during COVID. So that is how Wow China got formed. But this entire journey taught us something. It made us question, what does Wow stand for? And we were very clear in our heads that Wow stands for health, hygiene, happiness. But then the definition changed. I think after COVID, we said we need to stand for owning share of the stomach. We all are having a belly expansion. I'm covering it with my jacket. But I think Wow had to stand for owning share of the stomach. So how often can we bring our consumers back to Wow again and again? So whether it's eating a Momo or a Chinese, how can I bring him back to me again and again? And that's when we began to identify cuisine gaps. We've always stood for health, hygiene, happiness. We stood for making food fun. I think we stood for converting a roadside cuisine into a brand. So Momo was a roadside cuisine into a brand. China was the Desi roadside Chinese into a brand. What next? And that's when we launched Wow Chicken with the intention of not just selling American fried chicken, but with the intention of selling India ka chicken, which is a tandoori chicken. Next month we are launching Jama Masjid fried chicken, which is chicken 65, etc., etc. So Indianizing chicken. And Wow Chicken got launched in 22. Today, Wow Chicken has 47 stores, some 32 cloud kitchens, and that itself has become a 6 crore monthly business for us. And around last year, not even last year, 9 months back, we launched our first dessert vertical, which is Wow Kulfi. Again, a roadside dessert into a brand. So for us, Wow Kulfi was a McCafe inside McDonald's. Every Wow Momo store had a Wow Kulfi, and today, within 9 months of launching the brand, we had 400 points of sale, doing 3 crores a month by investing zero capex. Just putting a freezer, by investing zero staff cost, a highly profitable model. So net, that is what the Wow journey has been till today. Over the course of time, we were able to raise more funding through other investors. Last year, we raised from the Malaysian Sovereign Fund. We gave exits to our Series A investors. They made a good 7x. So my lighthouse funds were put in 40 crores back then, took a good 240 crores by selling half of their stake. So they still have half of their stake. My angels took exits. Some of them made 20x. And you feel good as a founder that when you're able to give people back their money and when you're able to prove that when they believed in you, you stood out. But in this entire journey, we got in a fourth co-founder. My CMO became a co-founder. Today, I can proudly say that even if I go for a 1-month holiday or if I'm not there, the business will run, because from being a micromanaged business, we've become a completely macro-managed business where I have a professional COO who's ex-Devyani running KFC for 14 years. He's seen KFC at minus 20%. He's seen them at plus 15%. I'm sure he'll see the same journey with Wow. Again, when we, in the middle of COVID, the other big change that we had was, before COVID, we had 15 cities, 15 kitchens. So, every city I had to go to, I would have to set up a kitchen. So in Chennai, I needed to open 20 stores to become profitable. I could not even think of coming to Coimbatore. But today, we have transformed production in a way where we don't run Momo kitchens. We run Momo factories. We have zero preservatives. It's the best possible product with best possible hygiene standards. I'm going to show you a video of our kitchen for sure, because like I said, we stand for health, hygiene, and happiness. But today we have 3 factories servicing 70 plus cities. We went to Japan. We went to this place called Nagaoka, learned how to convert a gyoza making factory to a Momo making factory. Nothing comes easy in life, guys. A lot of hard work goes behind what happens, what you see in front. But today, people talk about a steel factory, cement factory. Today we have a Momo factory, and we are building a largest factory, which is 1.5 lakh square feet, coming up in Taloja in Maharashtra, which is 10 times the size of my current factory in Delhi, which can alone produce 1.5 million momos a day. And since we got into a factory setup, we also got into frozen momos for FMCG. When we started, there was a competition brand doing 4.5 crores a month. We were zero. Today, we are at 6 crores. They are at 7 crores. So we've really caught pace with them to the extent that pushing them to go out there and sell to a big FMCG giant. And yes, we started exporting. Today, Wow Momo is available in Dubai, in all the Lulu malls. It's available in Singapore. You go to any Indian store, you go to Mustafa, you see Wow Momo there. And the FMCG business, my friend, 10 years from now, I think will be bigger than the QSR business. That's the bet I'm writing on. And FMCG will not just stick to momos. We've launched kappa noodles. So our kappa noodles, like a Wow Houseway, like a Wow Thuppa, is available on Akasa Air. It's available on Air India Express. It's available on SpiceJet. It's there in all quick commerce channels. We have products like a Chinese bhel. We have products like a Thuppa. A lot of new products coming in from the Korean side of the cuisine. We all grew up identifying and loving Maggi. You can't replace Maggi in India. It's a role model brand for me. But can I be the next best thing to Maggi? When I'm hungry, between my Zoom calls, if I have a house party at home, I'm falling short on food, can my frozen momo serve you? Can my kappa noodles give you that quick instant hunger, satisfaction of moving away from that hunger? So that's the goal. I think I admire brands like Domino's, KFC, McDonald's, my role model brands. The more I study them, the more I fall in love with them. If they can come from abroad to India, my goal is to take Wow Momo from India to abroad. I think there are very few homegrown brands that have gone global. But when I started Wow Momo, the very first day, my brother told me that, just like how people think of pizzas, they think of Domino's. When they think of Momo, they should think of Wow Momo. And I could visualize Wow Momo in the best mall of Calcutta back then, which was Forum Mall, a very small mall. Hari sir would know. Then I visualized Wow Momo in the best mall of Bombay, and we got there. We got to Forum, we got to there. And today I visualize the Wow Momo in Times Square, New York, maybe 7-8 years from now. I'm sure it's going to happen. I'm sure we'll make it happen. I think in the next coming 1 year, we should be entering into the GCC with Dubai. We are exploring entering Sri Lanka. So this will be a homegrown brand which will go from India to abroad. But India itself is so big. Every big city is like a country in a country. About 9 months back, we came into Coimbatore, and the city has welcomed us with open arms. I think we stand for tenacity. The city stands for tenacity is what I heard, what I saw. Do visit our stores. Like I said, I'm a big fan of sampling. So, we have an app now called the Wow Eats app. So there's a special coupon for all you people here in this room. It's called Wow TiE, WOWTIE. You get 100 rupees as you download the app and 200 rupees from our side. Go to any of the stores, enjoy the meal. And yes, like I keep saying, my consumer is my biggest celebrity and will always stay. Before wrapping up and starting a Q&A, because I would love to interact, there are a couple of videos I want to show you guys. One is of the first factory, which is the longer video that we set up in 2020, right during the middle of COVID, when we had downtime. And if you can quickly have that video on. This factory was set up in December 2020. It was our FMCG plan that we had set up. Production started full-fledged from March of 2021, so video is back then. I think in the next couple of months, whenever I go and talk next, you will see the newest factory that is about to start. The puja is happening tomorrow, which is 19th in Bombay. And we're more than excited to, get that going and sharing. One last message that I want to leave everyone with is that, we all have goals, we all have dreams, a lot of youngsters here. I think I've been someone who's always followed my heart, followed my passion. I think early when I started Wow Momo, I realized that this is the people's business. It's by the people, for the people. Today we have 7,000 people working for us. Earlier we would give them loans and advances for getting married, for building a house. I think we've stopped all of that. But one promise that we make to everyone is that come what happens to any one of them or any one of their family members, if there's anything to do with healthcare, we will always be there. So we've gone out of the way to support and save kids from the families who've got blood cancer, save them. We've saved housekeeping guys. And whether it's your parents, whether it's you, your wife, because if the mind is out of fear, you can't work properly, right? So we made a promise that for these 7,000 people, they are actually our family members. Anything happening to them, to their in-laws, the company stands by it. No one should die because of paucity of funds. And that comes from the larger vision that I have of, building hospitals, because in the early days, we were not able to save one of my staff's young son. And it was very painful when I saw the condition of government hospitals, especially with cancer. And that day I promised myself that, by the time I'm 50 years old, I want to open 5 hospitals. But one of my investors in the midway said, Sagar, if you say 5, you'll do 5. If you say 50, you'll do 50. So today I keep saying, by the time I'm 50, I'm going to have 50 hospitals. And that will come with 1 rupee of every Momo going towards that cause. In March this year, we formed the Wow Foundation, and it's ready, it's up and running. So the work has already started, and hopefully in years to come, you will hear. But, I keep saying that your dreams should be so big that you feel blessed. They don't allow you to sleep. But a lot of people, when I started, would tell me, what, you will sell momos. What are you doing? Why are you selling momos? You are such a smart guy. But I keep telling them today that अगर हमारे देश में एक चाय वाला प्रधानमंत्री बन सकता है, तो मोमो वाला भी कुछ कर सकता है. Nothing is small, no work is small. In our industry, you have to do everything, right from cleaning dustbins to washing plates to serving the customer. I think consumer is God. If my customer tells me this is not blue, this is white, I'll say, yes, sir, this is white. Hear him out and then explain. So I think जो बोलते हैं ना कि अतिथि देवो भव, the guest is God. I think we believe in it. Before I wrap up, one small video which no one in India has seen till today. We are going to launch this next week. I request no one to please record this. It's only for the audience here. If we can have the second video. Yep. Next Tuesday, we'll be announcing this, but this is only for you as a preview for being an amazing audience. Volume नहीं आ रहा है.
तो दोस्तों आज मैं ले रहा हूं वाओ मोमो ब्लाइंड टेस्ट चैलेंज, क्योंकि वाओ मोमो का हर मोमो है मेरी जुबान पर.
Ready?
रेडी? दार्जिलिंग.
Yes.
चिली मोमो, पनीर चटपटा, ये तो पहाड़ी है. कॉर्न एंड चीज, पर कुछ अलग है. Is it gluten free?
Yes.
Wow. One more reason to go wow. ये बने quinoa chickpeas से. Lower calories, higher protein. New gluten free momos. क्योंकि wow momo is for everyone.
So we'll be the first QSR chain in the country to do a gluten-free momo, to focus more on health, hygiene, and keep up to our promise of happiness. And I'm sure this is going to be a game changer. And with taste, there's health, and that can happen, will happen, and we are going to prove it. And that's it. Do I have time for questions?
Sagar, we'll take questions when you are there in the break, because there are a lot of people.
No worries.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who are going.
Yeah, and I think me and a couple of my colleagues from the NRAI will be here to talk about the NRAI. And yes, it's the voice of the industry. We should talk about it, and look forward to coming back again, I think post-lunch, and having a small window with the NRAI. Looking forward. Thank you so much for getting on.
Thank you so much, Sagar. May we request our charter member, Prem Kumar, to kindly hand over a small token of love to Sagar. While that is happening, we are breaking for tea. We will take a 10-minute tea Our stall Dito are serving for the first time in India. They're launching their filter coffee machine. So please do go and taste their filter coffee.